Hello,
Cool.
everybody.
Hi, guys.
Slowly.
Yep, it's going to take us a bit to be able to jump into the chat. But I can confirm Twitch says there's a live going on, so we love to
Well,
see
that's
it.
fun.
I'm hoping it still says it's my gaming from last time, even though that's not the one. But hey, I don't know how to change that. So to anybody who's watching, sorry, no, it's not live with Breath of the Wild. That'll be on Wednesday. I'm gonna mute stuff so that I don't blast our eardrums by trying to fix this. Yeah, and it also didn't take me to that. Welcome to our live show. I would love to. Okay. Well, interesting.
All right, let's see here. Sorry, guys, getting everything pulled up.
Yep.
Hello.
I'm about to get into the YouTube. Yay.
So just making sure my Patreon post went live.
Okay.
About going live. Live. It is live. The post about going live. All right, here we are.
Okay. All right.
Rude.
I found the chat. Good morning, Shauna, and good morning, AJ. I found
Hello,
the chat.
everybody. I just dropped a bunch of stuff because, of course, I did. It's fine. We're good.
Yeah, cool. Oh, I can edit it here. That is not the category.
It's like we should know how to set all this up and be ready, but that's just too
honestly,
much of
you would
expectation for us. Really,
it's like the stuff that's working with us should work with us.
That is the biggest annoyance actually that we have. Like to be totally honest, friends, we're like, that's what we're pressed about is how much the stuff that's supposed to work just doesn't work 90% of the time.
There we go.
Okay.
Instagram.
Whoa! Don't talk at me. Don't talk at me. They talked at me. It wasn't you.
Me.
It was. I was trying to click on the live and.
Yeah. The title of this still is wrong, but the content.
Hello, everybody.
I don't know, man.
I'm glad you picked up the phone, and there we are. Hello, Abigail. Hello, Guppy.
Cool.
Okay, progress is happening. I assume I'm also live on Twitch, but I'm not looking at Twitch right now, so it's just not gonna happen.
I am, and I think I fixed it.
Hello.
Sorry for the typing sound.
Mercury retrograde almost ruined your whole workday yesterday, and it's not even fully retrograde yet. I'm so sorry. That's horrible. Yeah. It's true, though. Oh, I know. This one's not going to be chill. It's not going to be a chill retrograde. I don't think
No, it's not. No, Mercury is hanging out with Mars for a lot of it, which is not cozy. Not cozy.
Nope.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I am also live on Twitch. Look at that. How fun.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It's working. I love when things work.
Yeah, we've got a couple people watching on Twitch. Hi, guys. We are multicasting.
Yeah.
So if you want to chat, I am following the chat on Twitch, though, so I can see what you're saying in there, and we appreciate you.
Yeah, we're multicasting.
YouTube.
Yeah, we're multicasting, and for some reason, our multicasting service does not take all the comments and put them in one bucket. So we're probably going to use a different service going forward for that reason, among other ones. But if you see us jumping back and forth between chats, that's what's going on. Because apparently that's just too much to ask.
Yeah.
It's not. Oh, hello, Esme. I have a whole team believing in it now too. When things go chaotic, they ask me what's in retrograde today. I love that. My dad actually does that too, which is really cute. My dad's always kind of been into astrology though. Like he's a decent hip. He grew up in California, in the 60s. He was in the Bay Area, so you know. But it's pretty funny because he'll be like, "I keep dropping things. Is something happening in the sky?" And I'll be like, "Yes."
There is, in fact. Yeah, I was looking at the astrology for this, especially just like going into next week and planning out. I was trying to find for my Patreon a magical election using astrology for December, because I always do it a month out, because sometimes it's like December 1 and I need people to know about it as soon as possible. So it's like, what is going to be the best time? And December just doesn't play nice because even Jupiter is going to be retrograde.
Yeah.
For later part of this month. AJ, thank you for testing out the chat room on Twitch. It is working. But yeah, so anybody who's wondering, our mod is AJ, and AJ right now is juggling 3 different chats for this.
AJ's a badass, and we appreciate them so much.
But yeah, hey Kevin, good to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm fortunately not traveling. This is not the Mercury retrograde I would want to be traveling during.
For a multitude of reasons.
A multitude of reasons. Yeah. I mean, Wow. So if you guys want to hear about like the astrology around it and like astrologically, I can let you know. There's also the obvious reasons that just being a human being right now and catching any headlines would let you know. So I'm going to respect everybody's level of information on that one, as that came out like Moira Rose. But yeah.
Well, I think it's cool to talk about the astrology about it. I think that's a great idea. And if you are traveling, because some people are like, oh no, my friend, they'll be okay. It's not like stuff is falling out of the sky. It's just going to be annoying.
Yeah.
It's just going to be annoying.
Someone's asking, do we think the travel troubles will bleed into December? And again, we get to answer that two ways. One, we'll answer it intuitively because I do think they're going to bleed into December a little bit, especially the first half. I think there's going to be, and this is all intuitive, I think we're going to run into a wall of like a crunch time of get your act together from people to people in charge. I do feel like we're going to run into like a balloon or bubble kind of situation with that because the frustration is going to build. But let me also look at the astrology. Just to get in.
Yeah,
What do you think, Em?
my intuitive ping is I think that the government shutdown lifts in the end of November, which is, by the way, disgusting
Yeah.
that it takes that long.
Yeah.
Really disgusting. I cannot, I can't talk about this without crying, but the food stamp situation, don't cry. I don't need to start the day crying. The food stamp situation really hits really close to home because it was such an important thing to me when my kids were young, and I truly don't think we would be alive without it. So it's egregious and so fucked up and so not okay. Everyone should donate to their food banks. Please, for the love of goodness, donate to your food bank. Money. If you have spare food too, of course, donate that, but money more than anything. They can stretch $1 go so far. For your price of one meal, they can buy 6. So like just... Anyway, that's my little PSA. But I do think it ends at the end of November. I've been looking at it really closely, especially with all of the timeline switching that happened this week. Because holy moly, that was a thing that happened. We went through a big timeline shift this week, which was super cool.
Yeah.
But I think it happens at the end of November. And then because of that, I think, of course, there's going to be some travel delays that do bleed into December. Just kind of by nature, because things have to get caught up. And then
they're going to have to figure out schedules and stuff again. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think by mid-December things are figured out, but I do
how
think
it
there's going to
goes,
be frustration.
Yep.
Yeah. And ironically, that does line up really well with Mercury's retrograde. So Mercury goes retrograde on the 9th and will stay that way until the 29th of November. And then after that, Mercury will then finish the whole, like covering all the degrees that Mercury was doing during retrograde. We'll finish it by mid-December. So by the end of post-retrograde shadow, thanks, I think we'll see that things are sorted out. And of course, likely by design, but not as divine design as I would like to claim, it'll be just in time for those later holidays. But I think we're going to see extra frustration around the Thanksgiving time.
Yeah. Also, someone said, does the retrograde affect emotions? I felt sad the last couple of days. So we're actually not fully into Mercury retrograde yet, but there's a lot of stuff that's going on that's affecting emotions energetically, and I'm sure in the astrology as well. Krista has astrology stuff there. On my portion of it, the full moon came in and was like, hey, you want to feel feely feelings, a feely feeling, which is what happened on Wednesday. So there's that. For the last couple of days, if you felt that, that's what you're experiencing. Plus... in general, there's this with this big timeline shift we had with the full moon, which by the way, I wasn't anticipating a timeline shift at all. I just on Wednesday woke up and was like, okay, like something shifted. What's going on? And I had to dive into it. And it was very significant. And then I looked at the Schumann resonance just for like validation, because usually I don't put a lot of stake in that. But then I looked at it and it was like completely black right when I thought it was. I was like, well, that's double validation. So that was kind of fun.
That's what I looked into.
Right? Isn't that kind of fun? I was like, oh, okay. This is great. Anywho, so yeah, that it's been a really emotional thing, but with that jump, it also is helping us understand new things about ourselves. That's like the big root of it. So if you're getting realizations about self or releasing old things, old grief, old sadness, old frustration, whatever, also yes. Also yes. But Krista, more astrology.
Well, so yeah, also like total disclaimer, because of the nature of my energy and my soul origins, I guess, I don't feel timeline shifts. That's just not, I'm like completely shut up.
You just need to be validated, okay? Accept the validation.
No,
My goodness.
That was so rude. I don't feel them, but I acknowledge that other people do. Oh,
Yeah.
hang on. Have I frozen? My
You
own screen
frozen?
froze for a second.
Just for a
Jeepers.
sec. You're good.
Yeah. No, my
It's
lights
Mercury
flashed
retrograde. It's
and
the
I
whole thing we've been
froze.
talking about.
I'm like,
You're fine.
woo. Yeah. So I did, however, feel that rush of hope come back in of like sanity has returned as an option in the
I
world.
know. You live in Virginia. You got to feel that. You got to
I
feel that, spam burger.
honestly, well, yeah. So on a personal note, and I'm not going to cry. I literally took that entire day off because last year, as I was
Traumatizing.
still stuck in a binder and like this whole situation, all the people here on the side that I'm not affiliated with were campaigning about was trans people and how they're the enemy and like all this stuff. And I'm just like, I just do not want to revisit that feeling if somehow we're still in the bad place. So when within an hour of the polls closing, they were able to call it, this huge weight lifted for me. But I spent all day in my fuzzy PJs watching Hallmark movies and baking shows and like just really taking care of my nervous system.
Coping.
Yeah. But I will also say, on the astrological side, that same day, Tuesday, was the perfection of an opposition between Mars and Uranus. Uranus doing all kinds of stuff, rebellion being one of them, Mars being competition, we'll say. And so it's very interesting to me that on that day, everything flipped across the board, which, when all of this happened last year, I remember my only thought of consolation in the astrology was, I know that we're going to have a revolution coming, and at least we get to be the ones causing the revolution instead of resisting it. So that was my hope core last year, which I needed a lot. And then this year it's like, oh, here we go. We're starting, and look at how like joyful it does look, and how I hope we do it in all the right ways and make good choices with it in the ways that it needs to happen to unfold correctly. But like we're in it, we're doing it. Good
Yeah.
job to everybody. So that goes along with the astrology. And of course, again, as we're talking right now, for people who were feeling emotional, that was a full exalted supermoon in Taurus. And so that was honestly the most mooniest moon we're going to get in probably
It
a
was a
decade.
very moony moon.
Yeah. So she was in a sign that she's exalted in. She was separating from the ruler of her sign, which is Venus, and she was applying to Jupiter, who's also exalted. And so we have all of this benefic, like moving from that, into even more of it that happened. And the moon is physically was closest to us as she gets in her cycle or in her orbit of the Earth. So the closeness and the fullness can lead to a lot of emotions. Right. So I want to validate that right now. And that's mostly astronomy, but it's as valid as everything else.
Yeah. She was super.
She was super.
We love a super moon.
Love it. Love it.
Oh, very much so. Also, Nolan said I felt this timeline shift when it happened. It was the first time I felt it in the moment. Yeah, it was like significant. I'm sorry, Krista, that you can't feel it in that way, but it was
I know,
like, so
I'm so bummed. I
went to
them
sleep
happen
on
to other
Tuesday
people.
night and I slept for like 12 hours straight, which doesn't happen. Like, it was ridiculous. I woke up and I was like, okay, what happened? This is not the way. This is not how I usually, and I'm not sick or anything, like there's no reason. And then I tapped into the energy before I opened any social media, before anything. I was like, oh, okay. Like, this is a different space. Like, I'm into it. So yeah. Yeah. A lot of people have had a very emotional week in a variety of different ways. It's very, very, like, I described it earlier this week, like your emotions are on your skin instead of underneath them. So it feels like
Yeah.
your emotions are on your skin. So if someone pokes you or if you stumble or whatever, you feel that emotion
Yeah.
as if it were on the outside, not the inside.
Yeah. Well, and we have someone in our YouTube chat here saying the moon brought out so much suppressed emotions for me. And I think that's, again, something else I want to really say is so valid, because
Yeah.
if you think about it, right, we've been troopers. Like Dan and I
We
will come
have
home
been
after a hard day and be like,
troopers.
I had to be a trooper today and I just need some pity or some chocolate or to cry, like whatever it is. We've had to be a troopers for a good long while with a lot of uncertainty. And this moment, at least, and hopefully corresponding with the moon for a lot of people in a positive way, that permission to not hold on so tight would have brought up things that need to be processed now that they have the space for it.
Trying trying to.
So
Let's see.
here's a good question. Christy says that they think they're like me. What does a timeline shift feel like? Again, I have seen them. I've been in the car as they've happened to someone else on a personal scale. I've seen them happen to my partner, my husband, multiple times. He definitely goes through them. I've heard everybody else talk about them. I see the differences, but I think I'm like, I'm not in the whole like bouncy part.
Yeah. So the way I would describe it, as far as like actually feeling it. Now, if you're in the moment and you feel the timeline shift, I'll talk about that versus like if you wake up and something's different. You know those little things we had in the 90s that you'd look at it and you could switch through the pictures. If you like clicked the button, they were like red and they had like Disney pictures or whatever in them, and you'd like click the side thing and it would like switch to the next thing. Well, imagine that it's that, but this has the relatively same scene on it, but you clicked it and now it's whoop, like the difference whoop comes down. That's the best way I can describe it, where it's like, okay, everything does look the same, but there's something, I know I clicked the button and something about it is different. And it's not like a hidden pictures where you're like, what is going on? Where's the hidden picture? It's just the vibes are different. It's like it's recolored in a different way. The energy is recolored in a different sort of space because you clicked the button and something else came down. It feels like that. It's like a different reality just like slid into place. Like, that's the best way I can describe it. And sometimes it drastically changes something, and sometimes a Viewmaster. Thank you. I was like, I had the word in my head before I started talking, and then it went blah, blah, blah. It's fine. Sometimes you feel it very drastically immediately, and sometimes you don't. Sometimes you're just like, okay, something's different, something's funky. It's also important to note that the way that timelines work, we have personal timelines and then we have collective timelines. For this right now, I'm talking about there was a collective timeline shift, which I've actually been talking about this collective timeline shift happening sometime this year for a really long time. I just didn't know when it was going to go down. And I was very surprised because I knew it was going to be a big one because we're actually having a timeline split is what's happening. So one's going down, one's going up. Obviously, we're all in the same one right now. We're all in the same space. So I don't want anyone to freak out by that. But that's what's like happening. It's like a peel apart. And we're hopefully going on the one that's going up more in vibration. I think we are. But anyway, beside the point. So that was like a collective timeline shift. We also have our own personal timelines. And sometimes our shifts between there are, let me use a visual. Sometimes our shifts between there are very drastic in our personal timelines, and sometimes they're not. And the personal ones are just like us shifting through our own timelines and paths. So if you think about timelines as, I'll use this book, this is fine. If you think about timelines like this top edge of a paper, right? Like this edge right here. If we're walking on one edge of the paper, right? This is our current timeline. Well, if occasionally we'll come in and we'll touch another one and hop over to this edge of the paper instead. They're still relatively similar. They have relatively similar information on them. This is just a glossary of a book. It's not going to be a huge difference from paper to paper, but sometimes we touch timelines and we end up way over here. And now I'm not in the glossary of this book. Now I'm in the spell casting part of the book. And that's different, like different, but we're walking on that line. Also, occasionally some of the pages get stuck together and now we're walking on a bigger line. So that's when we have timeline merges that happen too. And sometimes they'll split apart and we got to pick which line we're on. That's like the easiest way to think about it as far as like what's actually happening in the energy. Does that make sense?
I really liked that analogy.
Okay.
I hope it made sense to everybody else, but yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, that's like the best way I can describe like what's going on. Now, if you just wake up, sometimes it feels like someone else has put the picture in front of you, right? You didn't know you were in a Viewmaster, and now things feel funky, and you're like, what is going on? And it can really change things in the physical. You can lose things can reappear. Things that for example, things you've driven past every single day on your way to work forever, all of a sudden are a different color, all of a sudden are a different something is different about them. That happens a lot, a lot. Or like all of a sudden you're like, that tree was not that size. Like this didn't happen. Weston, the day of the timeline shift, this was just really weird. He burnt his finger while cooking, which is a normal Weston activity. I love him so dearly, but correct. That is just what happens. And so he showed me, he's like, oh, I burnt my thumb. I was like, oh, wow, brutal. And it was like bumped up and like, it was burned, right? And then later that night we're sitting there and he was like, I thought this was a burn. And he's like, now it's a splinter. And I looked at it and it was straight up a splinter in his thumb. It was not a burn anymore. And I checked both thumbs. Like, did we just mix it up because we're neurodivergent? Nope. It was a splinter, like a big black splinter. I was like, oh my God, let me go grab my tweezers. That's super weird. I don't know how you got splinters, like me either. I thought it was a burn. I was like, I literally saw it as a burn. And it wasn't like, it was distinct. You know what I mean? It's not bumped up anymore. It's just this nasty black splinter in there. And it wasn't even like, there was no guess. I went to grab my tweezers and he was like playing video games or whatever, put his finger back up. It's a burn again. There was no splinter. Bump back up, the whole thing. I was like, oh, timelines, so fun.
Yeah.
Like, look at us go. Like something like that can happen. So yeah, interesting, right? Okay, it made sense to me and I'm in both chats. Okay, good. Thank you, AJ. I appreciate it. I'm so glad.
Yep.
Yeah, sometimes it happens when we're asleep. Yeah. And you don't have to perceive the timeline shift or have it happen, by the way. Like it does not depend upon your perception. Oh, man. But yeah, so if you're feeling those things, it can also affect you physically too, especially with the supermoon. Like again, astronomy level, not astrology level. The moon is close. Moon affects tides. You're 70% water. So if you're having headaches or dehydration or your body feels really weird and funky, that's also the moon.
Yeah. Well, and like think about even just, if you work with kids or if you someone was saying they worked in restaurants and they noticed the moon cycles the most working in restaurants because people would be extra around a full moon. Or with animals, those kinds of things. We react to the moon cycles. We are kind of in a dance with that. It's beautiful. And it's also something we should kind of notice more and kind of be aware of.
Yeah.
It's helpful when you start tracking that kind of stuff.
Emergency rooms really get hit on full moons.
Yeah.
Like significantly.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad it's helping you conceptualize it. That's great. Yay.
Yeah, one over here it says you hit the nail on the head with the timelines. I think I witnessed the collective ones because I could feel the hope core come back in, right? Like I felt like okay, sanity's back.
A little bit of hope core over here, which I am personally very excited about. Yes, Prop 50 fast, that's fantastic. It's like cheating in order to stop cheating, though. So like, let's just keep that in mind.
Perfect or ideal, but
it's a little bit funky. But Nancy Pelosi's retiring, and I could not be more excited. Oh my freaking God! For context, she's San Francisco's elected representative, and we've had to deal with her forever, and now we get to actually have progressiveness. And I'm just like, hopefully, I mean that's the idea, but like we finally have that space. Oh my God, it's so relaxing. Like, thank goodness.
Retire. There's a couple things of that nature where it's just like, I'm excited. And this just came to me like, it's kind of a ping-ish thing of like, how many people are finally going to be seeing a little bit more clearly that maybe weren't seeing as clearly before?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pumped about that. Oh, yeah. Shauna is talking about, I'll just come out and say it, the death of Dick Cheney. That happened.
Oh, it's fabulous. Such a celebratory day.
Yeah.
Oh, death of Dick Cheney, and then we elect a Muslim mayor of New York. Oh, my heart.
Yeah.
My heart.
Yeah.
Just beautiful.
Molly Flood also said the dog I've been pet sitting and I both had huge crash outs the night before and then woke up the next morning where everything felt lighter. I love the image of like just crashing out alongside a dog.
That's valid though. That's super valid. Yeah, I also had some fun crash outs this week. I will say too, it's really cool because it is an up level thing. Like I think we all are exploring more parts of ourselves, more parts of our magic, more parts of like a whole bunch of stuff, which is super cool. Like it's really exciting. But that also can sometimes mean, I don't like that realization. What am I going to do about that now? And that causes the crash out.
Yes.
Like, right?
Well, I think another thing that we had talked about this, and even my therapist said this to me once without me saying it to her. My therapist knows that I'm psychic medium, that I I'm astrologer and all that stuff. And I'm allowed, therefore, to bring all of me into a therapy session, which is necessary. But the one day she was like, I think what we're going through right now is just the collective learning what it's like to be in this type of relationship with a person who's very narcissistic. And I was like, bingo. And then let me tell you another thing.
You're like, we've actually been talking about this for years.
Yes. But there's other things I think we're also learning on collective levels. And it's, that the critical thinking is something that comes up a lot. And like, I know it's something that at this point you've heard it enough, you could almost roll your eyes at it, but the emotional critical thinking, the spiritual critical thinking, the having to question where beliefs are coming from rather than just outright trusting resources that were supposed to have been reliable for those matters in your life. That is something at a collective level I think we're all learning, because I'm seeing it in some places where it is long overdue, but I'm also seeing it just across the board at different levels too, which is crazy.
I can't wait till the big orange narcissist goes away and everyone wakes up and has this huge spiritual awakening because they're finally out of that relationship. It's going to be real cool, guys.
Yeah.
It's going to be real cool.
I mean, there's going to be a period where everybody, like, I remember when I had my version of this lesson, there was a period where I was like, just super timid, right? Because your whole worldview is shattered and you're just like, I don't even know what's allowed anymore. And you have to really step back into your permission to be.
Yeah.
And I'm looking forward to being a support for people in that space as they're trying to like learn to walk again.
I don't think I ever had, well, in all fairness, I had 2 small children. So I don't think I ever had that phase. Because, again, I had 2 small children, and it was like, oh, and I immediately started working at the corral. So then I had about 60 furry children that were, like, immediately also required that I had to, like, not get thrown off of on a daily. And that was also, the confidence immediately came back there. So I think that's what I ended up doing. I was like, I should have had that, but I didn't. Don't get me wrong. This real fucked up because of it. Yeah. But. Oh, yeah. Not gonna be fucked,
I looked at the menu of ways to have a different brain, and I said, all of it, please.
Right? Just shuffle it in. Yeah. It's fine. A fun fact, this is totally a pivot, but I saw today that our friend John Edwards was on Kelly Clarkson about his new book, and that is so cool for him. Yeah, yeah. It makes me happy that there's some more, like, real, and it's, like, in the mainstream, you know? And I really appreciate some of that coming back in.
Psychics with integrity getting attention and respect.
What?
Wow. Yeah.
Right. Also,
if you don't already
such
follow
integrity.
John Edward, please do. It's someone that is in our network now, but also we contribute to your research. That's our vibe and our vision. We're not here to tell you what to think. That's a cult. We're here to contribute to your research. And in your research, another good source or resource is John Edward. Fantastic human being. And really excellent in the psychic mediumship world too. Super great.
Honestly, so ethical and just.
Oh, hey, Dad.
He's a good one. He's a good one, and I was super stoked for him. I was like, "Oh, fantastic job!" Like, I clapped. I messaged him, and I was like, "Good job! Like, this is so exciting for you because it is. It's just." It's really cool to get like the mainstream attention back in that space. And he super deserves it. The book is cool.
The book is so cool. It read like a fiction book. It read like a spiritual mystery thriller. There's this, I think there's a fiction book called, I think it's Accidental Medium, The Accidental Medium, which is supposed to be like a medium accidentally realizes she's a medium and then solves a murder. Except this one, it's not as like cumbersome, not as accidental. It really happened. And also the medium is smart the whole time instead of you having to wait for them to catch up to learning their abilities, which is really, really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically for the last 20 years, John's been helping the FBI solve murders without talking about it. And finally they wrote a book about all the murders he helped solve. That's what the book is, which is so cool.
Let me go.
Mediumship.
Yay,
Psychicness.
Yeah. It looks like this. I have it here. This is I actually was able to get a signed copy from my dad. I'm really excited about it. So don't anybody show this video to my dad. It's his Christmas gift. So shh.
If you're gonna be in rural Pennsylvania, avoid Sam.
Oh, to anybody who knows what Sam was going through last weekend, things are better, by the way. So,
oh my goodness.
Yeah, but I'm stoked about it. It's it debuted as a New York Times bestseller, which was really exciting.
As it should.
Yeah. John has his own little community on social media too, which is really fun.
This week I've been spending a lot of time going back. Oh, it's raining. That's fun.
Yeah. Christy, rain. No. Christy just asked a question of like, do your parents not watch all your stuff? Dad used to, but not these days, and that's okay.
No. This week I've been going back through a lot of our travel photos for a thing I had to do. But it was also just really fun to connect with the energy of everywhere, especially in the new timeline space, which has been really, really cool. And it being the mind reading device that it is, my algorithm started to be like, you want travel content? Okay. And it's just made me like really happy to feel that extra little, I don't know, it's been a serotonin boost in the,
Yeah,
in
I
the
actually
switch of seasons that is no fun.
I know. I was actually sharing with because we have a connection to John's social media platform, the Evolve Plus platform. They actually advertise or put our events on their event list, and so I was giving them all the details for our upcoming trips, and that was fun too because I got to go through the pictures and the dates and be like, oh my God, look where we're going, and like all the things we're doing, and that's making me feel real good.
Yeah, I was having some Iceland. So first, I was making a video about the Grand Egyptian Museum because we went earlier this year.
We did, yes.
We were there,
We
and I actually have a
tried.
YouTube video. I have a YouTube video about it that is up, I believe. I think so. I'll double check. I don't know. I made it a while ago. I think that one's posted. So if you want to like see the in-depth version of it, there's that. But I was making like a TikTok about it because I thought it was valuable to have and to put out there, and it was really fun. I was like, oh yeah, this and then that and then this, and then I jumped to Iceland because I was watching the Eurovision Song Contest because it is my comfort movie of comfort movies, and I was like, oh, we stood there and this was a thing, and oh my goodness. And so then I just like jumped into that, and it's such a cool thing to get to do. Also, I discovered for our Germany trip that the world's oldest restaurant is in Salzburg, Austria, which will be there. And it opened in 1803. No, not 803. What am I talking about?
I was going to say
803. It opened in 803. And so it has been serving food for 1200 years.
and it will serve us soon because I'm gonna go, and I bet you're going to.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
of course I'm going. Ghosts and food?
Yes,
Say less.
I don't assume, but I had a feeling.
Channeled history and snackies?
I know. I
I will be there
Yeah,
if I can
there's this
eat there.
one really
I'll be there even if I can't eat there. I can order coffee.
Yeah, there's gonna be potatoes. So
Yeah. The video where I found it, they were going through all the stats of like what the restaurant survived, and it's crazy. It's like 40 generations of leadership and 12 regime changes and like all these different things. It's like
the restaurant
whoa.
persisted. Yeah,
It persists.
yeah.
People need food together.
Yeah, they do. Anyway, Molly says that they loved our newest podcast episode about the Sakyons. That's the one that aired this week.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So glad.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Honestly, the
fun.
Sakyons, one of the coolest days of my life. That will stick with me. Loved it.
Esme asked if Thailand will be a revisit in the future because she is also through the Sakyan recap. Probably.
Yeah, I would say maybe.
Probably.
Yeah.
We got stuff on the docket for the future right now.
Yeah.
We're
have
meeting
some
with
stuff to
Trova
do.
about 2027,
Yeah.
like in a couple weeks. So
Yeah.
that's how much in the future we're living. So I can say not before 2027 will Thailand be a revisit.
And the reason we live so far in the future is because the further out we plan, the longer we have to release and give people time to do payment plans. And if you feel like you want to go on the trip, it makes it more possible if you have time to figure it out. So
Very
that's
much
what
so.
we do.
Yeah. Very, very much so. So, also, if any of you in the live don't listen to the podcast, you should. It's fun. It's called The Alchemist Inkwell.
Yeah.
We have a great time.
It's
We
your
have such a
spiritual
great time with
podcast
it.
for grounded people.
The spiritual podcast for grounded people. Yeah. So, come hang out.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah, we are excited about the other places that we're going to be going, but that's in 2027. We already have announced all of our trips for 2026 are announced. Thank you for hyping up the podcast. We appreciate you.
Love it.
Yeah. Cool. Oh my gosh. Have you been watching anything fun?
I watched the latest episodes of Has Been Hotel.
Correct. Me too. I was just like, wait a second. I haven't talked to you about that yet.
No. Oh, wait, really quickly, question about the podcast. New episodes have not been showing up on Spotify for Christy. Is something different in that space? I don't know.
It should be.
Yeah, we've been getting our emails from Spotify when they're
Yeah.
uploading and stuff.
I don't know. Last week's was slightly later because I had to do it myself because of a technical thing that happened. But I did it myself,
Yeah.
so it should be there.
And I
Double
know this week I
check.
saw it too.
Okay.
But yeah, double check. Like, you know how sometimes things get like unfollowed by accident or whatever. I would just check all the techie stuff, especially right now.
Yeah,
And
double
Molly,
check.
I would love to see you on one of our trips at some point. You're super fun energy.
Right. Deb also says manifesting Peru in March. Come. We want you to come before
Yeah.
Machu Picchu closes because apparently they're going to be closing it down to tourism for a while to like redo stuff and whatever. So we get to see it before that happens, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we were going to talk about Husband Hotel.
Yeah. So if you haven't been watching the season 2 of Husband Hotel coming out, it's good.
It is good. It is, especially the latest episode. 2 episodes come out a week. The first episode that came out this week, the secondhand embarrassment for me was real. I had to like really cringe through Charlie's main number. But the second episode that came out, the lore drops were really cool. I really liked how that was going.
I don't know. I really liked
great.
Nifty's number in the first episode that came out this week. Nifty's song was
Okay, no.
phenomenal.
Wasn't that in the second one? Because that was right before
thought
she
that
went
was in
to
the
help
first one.
Alistair. Yeah, the one where she goes all Tokyo pop or J-pop.
Oh yeah, that's in the second
Yeah.
one. You're right. No, the first one was. Oh yeah, the first one was
Yeah.
brutal. It was good.
Yeah.
It was good, but I think it was
Yeah.
needed for character development stuff.
Yeah, I'm just hoping that's a quick development. Yeah.
Yeah, but then the second episode was amazing, amazing.
Can I just
Ooh,
tell
what
you
am I? What's
how
happening?
excited I am about my level of friends has turned into, I just got a text from one of my friends that says, "Need any bones?"
I love
Magic
that.
stuff. And I'm gonna be
What's
like, well, what
happening?
kind? Because I'm reading Agrippa right now, and there's a couple things that if they are, and it's all natural. She's
What
like,
kind of bones?
what kind of bones do you have? Because that matters. But
It does
you know,
matter.
Yeah, she rewilded her whole yard and does that for people. And she's really good she's basically a plant witch, even though she doesn't openly identify as that. It's a good generalization to help you understand. I'm hoping to have her on the podcast at some point because she's going to help people rewild their yards within HOA requirements. And I think that's genius. But she also, on her little farm that she has, will sometimes encounter natural bones. And, you know, that's something that magic sometimes calls for. So if I need them, I will, gratefully receive.
I'm just checking out
Yeah.
the Spotify, and it looks like it's okay to me.
Yeah, AJ says it's good.
Yeah.
Back for break. Timeline shift
Anyway.
question. Did King Tut's mask change back?
No.
No, I didn't think so.
No.
I
I
did
actually
witness
saw.
that with you when we were there, though. Yeah.
Honestly, so we did the first time we went and saw it. It was just the Cobra,
Yeah.
and the history matched it just being the Cobra. I cannot stress that
Yeah.
enough. The history has to match because it means ruler of one or both kingdoms of Egypt, and the history matched. And we were there. We experienced it together. We read about it together. Like it wasn't just we saw pictures. Like we in person. Now it is both the vulture and the cobra, and the history matches that.
Yeah.
And recently, I actually checked because the Grand Egyptian Museum just opened, as I was just saying.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, if you guys have not seen the opening ceremony of the Grand Egyptian Museum, please watch it. It is incredible. It is so good. It's on YouTube. It's all over the place. So go watch that because it's so good. But I was watching that very closely. I'm like, did it change? Did it change? It did not. It's the same. It's the two. The vulture just looks slapped on there. I don't know what else to say. It's just like, nah. Have a vulture.
I want to ask Connie one of these times because he would know. Like he's very like into that, and I just don't know if he's already wound up in that timeline or.
Yeah. I was seeing his posts because he went to the opening, not the ceremonies, but like the open day of Grand Egyptian Museum. It was so much more crowded now.
Yeah,
I was like, oh damn,
It's officially open now.
Oh damn.
Santa Barbara Massler says that they remember on the Ace of Cakes there was a kid that did a King Tut mask cake and it was just the cobra. But now they can't find that episode.
Yeah, we stared at it with our faces.
With our faces.
We were this close to its only cobra-ness. It's not big. I want to. Sorry, you were drinking. That was mean. It's not huge. So King Tut's mask, like the one that has the cobra, is actually the one that was like on his face. So it's actually really small. It isn't the bigger sarcophagi around that, which don't have a cobra or vulture on them. They're just bigger. But it's actually fairly small in general. It's
Yeah.
you can get right up on it, or you could when it was in the other museum. I'm sure you can do it in this one too. Now it's moved museums, but yeah. So yeah. It's just it just had the cobra, but now it doesn't.
Yep.
Now it has more things. You've been seeing delays on Spotify. Other people have been seeing delays on Spotify too. I don't know what to tell you. Mercury retrograde.
Yeah.
I published them myself for this last 2 weeks, and I published them. I don't know.
Yeah.
Mercury retrograde.
Molly said, did anything exciting happen in Japan? We recorded that episode this week, so that will release on Monday, and you will hear all the Japan stuff.
Very exciting things. Many exciting things.
Japan's lovely.
Love Japan. I do miss it.
Yep. I miss it all the time, and I hope that it doesn't have to go too far before it goes back to where it should be.
I know.
Or gets to where it should be in the first place.
Concerned. Yeah. I did get a tattoo in Japan as well. That was fun.
Yeah. So we both got tattoos in Thailand. It was
Right.
my first tattoo because I'm indecisive. If I got another tattoo, I think about sometimes getting a Triforce on my left hand for Link.
Do it. Your body's
I
a water
might-
bottle. Put stickers on it.
I might. But you got one in
I
Japan
did.
this time. So you had like one for each country we visited.
I did. Yeah, it's a little bunny and a torii gate and a little butterfly. A couple of people in the chat were with us in Japan when we were there together, and the butterfly landed on my head, so it was like a big thing. Plus, it's like a sign of Izanami, who's a deity I work with, a Shinto deity. She's the goddess of the underworld, overall badass, and saved us from being spirited away.
Saved us from being spirited away. In
I
a,
love that.
I don't know what it was. It was a shrine something, but yeah.
Yeah, and we're not being facetious about that.
No.
we were in bad way
So,
spiritually for a second
it's in
there.
it's in our podcast episode of the Japan recap from last year, so it'll be a 2024 episode. But honestly, like I would love to revisit that story because we keep talking about it. What was going on was we were in a totally unscheduled on the trip visit to the Inari Shrine in Kyoto at nighttime because it was really hot during the day. So our guide, being the brilliant person she was, brought us at night. And we were maybe halfway up that mountain path with all the torii gates, the red gates that you see
It's the thousand
all the
gates.
time. Yeah.
One.
And one of our people who was learning a lot about a past life on that trip wandered off and said, I just saw a little boy. And we were like, and like being the host of this
Definitely
trip.
wasn't there.
Yeah. So both of us happened to be next to each other. We looked at each other and we were like, we need to investigate this and just like make sure. So we went back to where he said it was. And it looked like there were a bunch of I am not culturally educated enough to be able to get this perfectly right, but there were a bunch of like little mini stone shrines, which felt very much kind of like, I don't want to say a cemetery because it was much more like
wasn't a
natural and
cemetery.
sacred than that, but it had that sort of feel to it. And they were all raised up. So it's like, I don't know, like, I don't know, but we walked in, you had to go under a gate to get there. And it was all of a sudden the sound stopped. No birds, no bugs, no sound.
Which cicadas are constant.
Yeah.
Constant.
Yeah, this was summer. So if you've ever watched an anime and you hear the cicadas, yes, but not in this moment. And then the air changed. Like it all got very still. I feel like if there would have been glitter in the air, it would have stopped. It's
It
like
would've.
when Elsa has her mental breakdown in Frozen.
And on top of all those little stone shrines, there were like torii gates on top of torii gates on top of torii gates, like hanging off of each other and
Yeah.
awkwardly falling over at an angle, which by the way doesn't happen. That's not a thing. And it was just stacked. And
Yeah.
we were like, well, I took one picture. I was standing perfectly still because we were both like, shit's weird. I was standing
Yeah.
perfectly still. And it is the blurriest photo I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It
You
was
took the
so
picture
blurry.
and I looked at you and you looked at me and I just remember saying, I don't think this place is for us. And you were like, yes. And that's when
then-
you sensed Izanami.
Yeah, Izanami popped in and like full sword drawn and like shoved us out of this spot. We were like, okay.
Yep.
And like both of us got shoved. We both just
Yeah.
like okay.
Yeah. And then
We're
some people were
out.
coming back that way. We were like, just don't, don't go that way. Like,
It was cold. It
it's
got
not our time.
real cold there too, which is also weird. It was so hot.
It was so
It was
hot.
so hot. And Weston and I actually did the Inari Shrine at night this time. Again, just the two of us. Okay, Radish, you good girl? Okay. Radish is my bunny, for those who are wondering the context. She's an old lady, so I always check when she has like funny sounds. She's 9. She's an old lady bunny. Anywho, she's very happy, very content, very well taken care of. She lives in a very lavish, very type A OCD lifestyle in her space, and that's okay. Anyway, we went just ourselves, and we were walking again at nighttime because it's truly the best time to go, to be totally honest. There's not very many people there. It's way less hot. But we're walking, and right as we pass that same spot, pretty much, all of a sudden we start hearing flute music. And it's up, we're like, it's on a mountain. Like, there's not like, oh, there'd be a band playing. Like, you're not there. And we're walking, and I was like, Weston, can you hear that? And Weston's like, yeah, I can hear that. And it was like flute music and like traditional sounds. It's not being pumped in from anywhere. Like, it's, I want to be super clear. It was like from outside the gates that we were in for sure. And it was like, cool, don't look over there. We're just going to keep going up this thing. And it was very clear that other people didn't hear it. Very, very clear. Like, I even kind of asked one person, I was like, you hear the music? And they were like, no. And I was like, neat. And then we
Great.
got to the like lookout point that we were at, and we decided to turn around and go back down. And we went to turn around, and the music stopped. And then it was done for the rest of the time. We're like, all right, cool. Did you say if Sockyoung's just loaded on Spotify? It's because we talked about it. I didn't do anything, I
I'm telling you,
promise.
apparently we also switched camera places on the video too. So
Not
and I
for
was just
me.
looking, I got it on Twitch and I got it in our Alchemist Inkwell.
No, I got it on the chat too, but I don't
Yeah, but
here
we
didn't
did
switch,
not.
did it?
We did not.
Okay.
It looks the same up there as it does to me here. So I wasn't watching that, so that's weird. But I looked at it, and so Mercury is going to station retrograde at 6 degrees and 51 minutes of Sagittarius, and I was like, I wonder if Mercury is like nearing that halting moment. It's at 6 degrees and 34 minutes. So Mercury is basically standing still for the next 2 days as they get ready to go backwards.
It's gonna be a real echoey time.
Yeah, it's please everybody bear with us. There are going to be technological issues, and it's not going to be our fault.
I think it's real weird that the Spotify just loaded though. That's pretty freaking trippy, but fine.
Yeah. I'll take it. I'll take
All
it.
right.
I'll tell you what, since I got the Sakyan, my life has improved. Mostly because I exist a little bit more now than I did before. I think I go into this in the Sakyan episode. It's worth checking that out. But I have noticed, like, people aren't startled by my presence and existence as much. Like, they can see me, which I know.
I'm less
so sad.
startling.
Like, I'm telling you, I used to stand right next to someone and I'd be there and I'm like, I know they can't feel me here. And I would try to like expand my energy and I still couldn't do it. And I'd be like, okay, they're going to get scared, but I'm just going to try to be as quiet as possible or like whatever. And be like, excuse me. And they'd be like, what? I'm like, I know. Sorry. I've been here for 10 minutes, but you just didn't notice me. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
I have not had that happen since the Sakyan, which is wild and really appreciated. Yeah.
There's been a lot of ways that Sakyon's affected me as well. Because a big root of mine was like, I'm done having fear. And now it's like, hey, would you like to know where that fear comes from? Let me introduce you to this part of yourself you didn't understand. And I was like, neat. So it's been really interesting. Very, very interesting. And a lot of cool stuff has happened. Though I do think... I know there's ads on this page. My YouTube let me know, by the way, that there's going to be ads on this page because my YouTube is monetized. So it told me. I'm sure I can get in there and do the settings if I need to, but we didn't have time. We were trying to go, and I was like, yeah. So sorry if you guys are getting interrupted by ads on my side. Sorry, a couple people mentioned that, so I'm like, oh, sorry. I will make sure there's no ads. I will dig into the settings in the future for that. It was just letting me know. There wasn't a setting option. It was just like, FYI, this is on. Here's your stream key. I was like, neat. So I will dig in and figure that out.
So someone is saying that they would like to know the sort of signal for when you go into a space, especially if you're traveling somewhere or even in your neighborhood, for when a space says like like when we went into that part of the Inari Shrine. What's a warning from the land to not go there or something like that? Now, I've experienced this in multiple different countries. There was the place where it's like, nope, that belongs to the Fae, don't go in there, or nope,
Yeah.
that belongs to the yokai, don't go in there. Do you want to go first on that?
Yeah, I would say first, there's a couple different ways you can approach it. One, there's a natural response that your body is going to have in some sort of way. And also, whatever clairsense is your strongest, probably going to react. So if you're whatever you see, sense, hear, feel, know, taste, smell, if you're one of those, I know you do. That's why I threw it in there just for you. But really, like, to figure out which one of those is your strongest. If you need help with that, I have a free exercise on my page, by the way. Like, if you go to like my link tree on anything, you can find the free exercise, totally free. And it'll help you it's really cool, and it'll help you figure it out. It's a neat thing. But if you don't know, pay attention to those, because that's going to pop off first. Also, your physical body is going to have almost like not a fear response per se, but like a danger response, where it's like, hey, yo, danger here. This is not the way. And it's just like a heightened nerve response. It's kind of like if there was a tiger in the room, you'd be like, okay, there's a tiger in this room. I'm going to back out of that. It's the same body response there that you're going to have. And the energy is the same. And you can always kind of turn your energy switch on. I always recommend everyone make an on and off switch for their abilities. And if you're feeling like this room might be kind of funky, like turn that on switch on and see what comes in so you can react accordingly to that as well. The other thing is, when in doubt, if you feel something slightly off, like, listen to that. Like, that's just the biggest thing. Like, we all have our own intuition in general, and however that showed up, it showed up for everybody before. There's always been a situation that you're like, this is a bad situation. I do not want to be in this. I don't think I've met a single person ever that's been like, I've never had that happen. I think everyone's had that happen in some capacity, even if it's just like you're in a bad meeting with your boss or something and you're like, oh, this is a bad situation, I don't want to be in it. Think about what those signals were and pay attention to those signals in different spaces, because it's going to be relatively the same, because your body's going to recognize it as the same level of like threat or discomfort.
I'm sorry if there's like a loud noise happening on my camera. Something somewhere it's like there's an airplane over my house, but it's just hovering there. Like, that's the noise I'm hearing.
Yeah, I hear a tiny bit. It's not it's not distracting. It just it almost sounds like someone's hitting a piano key perpetually.
Yeah. I think it's like going away now. Someone may be like doing a leaf blower or something.
Drones.
Yeah, right. But anyway.
That was facetious, by the way. Just gonna disclaimer that one. I was just being annoying.
It's not actually. It's fine. It's fine. It better be. No. So, to all of that, yes. It reminds me of like they're standing right behind me, aren't they? Kind of feeling. Like you can walk into a space, and I remember like I saw, sometimes you just recognize it, like, that's too perfect of a circle for nature. Gonna leave that alone. I was on a hike last week with Dan, and I saw this tree that was like in a hovel of other trees, and it was like this perfect clearing, and I was like, ooh, and I went to walk there, and all I got was and I'm like, dang it, I don't get to go to the cool tree. But I respected it. I want to go to the cool tree. And I saw something in there too, and I was like, why is that thing leaning against the cool tree? Like, did someone put that there that shouldn't have? And they were like, no, that's ours. And I'm like, wait, because it was a Fae thing. So they like someone put it in there, but it's theirs now. So we know how that goes. But yeah, they let you know. You just want to trust your instincts on that one. Like if you're like, maybe not.
And remember, when you're in an exploration mode, be a little kid.
Yeah. Like,
be a little kid. Feel that little kid feeling. If you're a little kid and you step into a place that you know you weren't supposed to go, immediately you're going to be like, I'm going to get in trouble. And back out of that. Like, have that little kid joy with it.
And often a location has a guardian spirit. So when you come into a new space, you can introduce yourself to the guardian spirit. And if you have that inclination of like, should I or shouldn't I? Ask the guardian spirit. Ask whatever guardian spirit there is nearby. I do this every time I'm near a cemetery and I want to go into the cemetery. That's like a very clear boundary, right? There's usually a gate and stuff. But if you see something that looks like a boundary, same way you would knock on someone's door before going in, it's kind of like that. That's another way you can see it kind of visibly. If that looks like a doorway or a boundary for something, maybe I should knock first. Or, maybe I feel like there's no solicitors. So.
Well, this is fun. All of a sudden, the live chat is working.
It's working.
In the stream. Okay. Dope.
Yeah.
Which one?
I don't know.
Oh, it's your Twitch.
It's my Twitch.
Your Twitch live stream is now working in the chat.
Yes.
That's fun.
Cool.
Sorry, it just popped up with a notification of like 18 messages, and I was like, anyway, that was fun. Look at tech doing tech things.
Yeah. I love that though.
Effectively. I can't see who types what though. That's real neat.
Yeah.
Super fun. Sarah asks, if there was one place that you want to go that you haven't been to yet, where would it be and why? I have a couple answers for this. My number one is going to be China. I want to go to China so fucking bad.
Same.
So fucking bad. I don't, and you know what? I don't even fully know exactly why. I know I really, really, really want to go though. And it's not just like one place in China. There's a bunch of places in China that I want to go and experience very, very badly. It's a huge priority on my space. Next one would be Turkey. Really want to go to Turkey, especially to go through some of the ruins in Turkey. Like I want to go, don't get me wrong, I want to go to Istanbul, but I also there's some really incredible ruins throughout Turkey that are very untapped. Oh, and Cappadocia. Oh, I want to go. Yeah. That's a big one. I've actually never been to London. I would love to go meander around London / go explore a lot of the English ruins as well. Rome stuff, doing Rome things. And I would love to go on a safari in Africa somewhere.
I would love to go on a better safari in Africa. The one I went on, it was just us at the time. I went to Uganda to help with a school / home that was called Lunguja, which means long journey. And so I was there helping out, playing with kids, whatever. And so one of the days they took us to a safari. But the way we did that was it was a hatchback car, and I sat in the hatchback with the hatchback open, and I got exhaust poisoning.
Yeah, no.
So I would rather do it in a better way than that. But yeah, it was still neat. We almost got charged by a rhino. It was coming at us, and I'm dangling out the back of the car, and I'm just it's catching up. Can you drive faster? So
yeah.
Maybe more safety precautions would be great. So I agree with China. I agree with Turkey. So many of the places I would go, and I know Gabe over in one of the chats is gonna relate to this. I want to go to the places that don't really exist anymore that were very astrologically significant. Haran would be one. Doesn't exist anymore. But in the area where Persia was, that space would be nice.
Oh yeah, I would love to go to Baghdad.
Yep.
Go explore that.
Baghdad was astrologically elected as a city.
Yeah.
We have the chart.
That's what on the note of your astrological cities. I'm that would be amazing. Yep. Also Syria, going to Syria, I would love to do that too. Bhutan, which is not astrologically elected, but I would love to go to Bhutan.
That whole area where civilization, because I'm doing a lot of studies for Mesopotamian stuff right now, and most of my studies go back to there in so many different ways. And I would love to be able to just go there, and I want to see what's left of a ziggurat. I just,
Yeah.
There are other places too, but that's where it's dang, I almost want to time travel there more than travel there. I mean, I want to travel there. It's just complicated these days.
Yeah. I saw recently, I got served a video of someone who was traveling through Iraq, and I was just I want to go so bad. Oh, I also really truly just love that, West Asian, North African people and those cultures so much. So much. There's such a special place in my heart. Such a special place in my heart. Yeah.
That's so good.
I mean, the truth of it is, if you ask me if I want to go there, I pretty much do.
Yeah. We have really strong ninth houses in astrology in our charts. Ninth house does a lot with foreign travel, and both of us have very strong ninth houses, as you can tell.
Also, that's also where your publishing and writing comes in. Look at that.
That is, which again, we both do. So
we have some very strong stuff in that space. So yeah, but where would you guys want to go? Put in the chat. Where would you want to go?
In the chat. We've got a couple minutes. London feels like the capital of the planet. Way more language diversity than NYC.
So I really want to go to England because one, I know I have some rooted past life stuff there. I also have some ancestral stuff there. Oh, Norway. Oh, I want to go to Norway so bad.
I want to go to Norway too.
I want to go to Norway
Yes.
so
Yes.
badly. I honestly just want to do like a Scandinavian tour. Oh, I also haven't been to Amsterdam. I'd really love to go to Amsterdam as well and do like
Yes,
a Holland moment.
Yep. Windmills.
But I would love to do like a Scandinavian like actual tour and just do all of Scandinavia, Finland. I would love that. I would love that. But I keep being pulled towards going to the UK. Obviously we've been to Ireland together, but I keep getting that like push to go to just the UK in general, you know. England, Wales, Scotland, like there's a bunch of stuff that keeps cropping up there. Always has. And so I'd love to go to London just for London, but really I'd like to go explore the like ancient stuff in the UK, to be totally honest.
I've gotten to spend a lot of time in the UK for some reason. But I did get to go to Oxford for the first time this past year, and that was delightful. It was your like cottagecore academia delight, and I loved it.
Yeah.
And I did it solo, which was another cool thing. I let Pokemon Go be my guide.
I want to go everywhere. All the places. I'd love to do Eastern Europe too. Like go through all of the like Eastern European bloc. I would love to do that. I'd have so much fun
That's
with
where a
that.
lot of my ancestry is from. I'm excited for Germany because that's where the like the root of my most magical knowledge comes from, as far as folk magic goes, anyway. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I've been to
I
Germany.
wanna see it
I
all.
love Germany. I also have like a lot of like kind of familial connections to Germany, so I'm fairly familiar with German culture. I kind of grew up with it, if that makes sense.
Same. PA Dutch.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Right. So it's just a cool. I'm excited to go back. Excited to go back. I'd like to go to more places there. I mean, the other thing is too is every country we've been to, I would go back to and explore different things. Like that's the other part of it too. Like, and we've been to a lot in the last 3 years, guys.
Yeah, we have, and I love it so much.
Yeah, it's the best.
Yeah.
It's the best. But like, even I was revisiting Iceland stuff last night. I'm like, man, I'd go back. We explored everything except for the West Fjords, and I would still go back in a heartbeat. Go do it again. Yeah, and every place we go, whenever we leave, I immediately go and find new stuff that I didn't see the last time and like remark it on. So I have travel maps for everywhere we've gone that mark where we did go and where I want to go, like in Google Maps. And so I go back in and like really remark everything as well in like digital form. And yeah, so always stuff there.
Yeah.
When we do Greece, West and I are going to take a little bit longer, and we're actually going to do a tour of the mainland Greece because there's so many places there that tourists don't really go that I would love to go. So I'm really excited about that. That's going to be fun. New Zealand would be amazing.
Yes.
Fully agree with that. One
We
of my
both
friends
have.
is there now.
I'm still experimenting with the whole astro mapping thing, which is the correct way to say astrocartography because astrocartography is copywritten. But astro mapping has a good line for both of us in Australia.
Yeah,
So
I would do
think that'd be
Australia.
really cool to
I would
do
love
that.
to go to Australia. Honestly, because my family grew up obsessed with the Irwins.
Yep, same.
My
My dad had
dad-
a birthday cake with Steve Irwin on it, and it was like you could push it, and we accidentally got like 3 of them. So
Amazing. I love it. Yeah,
Yeah.
my dad looks and acts like Steve Irwin. Even before Steve Irwin came on the scene, my dad wears full khaki. He's a landscaper. He's a ski
Can
patroller in the
confirm.
winter, or he was, and landscaper in the summer. He's a plant biologist is what he is. And then he applies that via landscaping. I went to a lot of botanical gardens and learned a lot of Latin names for plants growing up. So many. I could not tell you them. But he does it wearing full khaki and always has. So when Steve Irwin came on the scene, it was like, what? And my dad's like a blonde nerd. I love him so much, but yeah, that's what it is. So it was always a big thing in our family from there. But I would love to just go to explore the wildlife of Australia in general. I would be terrified the whole time, but I would do it. Yeah.
I would not be, and I'll tell you why. Next week I am finishing my physical therapy, so I'm excited to just do stuff again.
Yeah,
So,
I just mean spiders.
no, I mean like I'd get on my bravado on for that because I'm just looking forward to anything that makes me feel strong again.
Like I could punk this toilet
Yeah.
spider. Fuck you.
Yeah. Exactly. And you'd hear about it. Oh my gosh. One thing that didn't make it into our Thailand recap was the elevator issue. which I love told from both sides, where I got stuck in an elevator. But it was a luggage elevator, but nobody told me it was a luggage elevator. So I was taking, because it was so slow and it had like a glass door. So I was taking a video of just like, doing this and how slow it was.
Yep.
But then I got stuck.
Right outside my room.
Yeah, I didn't realize your room was right there. So you heard it all from the other end.
It was great. So Krista and all I hear is Krista and I are in the room, and first I hear Kevin's voice because he's loud. One of our travelers, and also one of my like very good friends from home, and I hear his like booming voice, like, "Wait, are you stuck?" I poke her head out, and Krista is like getting pulled out of an elevator. It's great. It was great.
I didn't even see you guys.
It was funny. Was really
they came up
funny.
because they were filming it, and they kept filming it, and they got to the top, and I was like, no, but seriously, help, I can't get it open.
Oh, that was fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a video from that, and soon I should be able to actually post stuff from Thailand.
Yeah.
Soon.
Good. Yeah. Abigail says the day you guys go to Scotland is the day I sell all my belongings to travel with y'all. We are trying.
I'm trying so hard.
I mean it with my whole heart. We're trying so hard.
Right
we
now,
really, really
Scotland,
want to.
It is so expensive right now, and we can't, in good conscience, ask people to do that. So we're waiting until Trova figures out a better way to do it that is less expensive, and then we are going to bring it to you guys as soon as that is available. But yeah, please know we keep that very much in mind as our factors for where we travel.
Truly, we do. Yeah, we have been fighting with Trova for 3 years to get Scotland to be more accessible. Because there's so many
Yeah, they're fighting with people, the organizations in Scotland. They also are trying.
Yeah, for sure. And like we so badly want to go. And we especially like we want to go to the Isle of Skye. We want to stay in the Isle of Skye. We want to channel fairies with you. We want to actually like do psychic stuff with you. Like it's cool.
Yeah. Sorry, Gabe over in my Twitch said Haran looks like it's slowly getting repopulated.
Oh,
Which would be a thing. I would go.
that would make my heart so happy.
That was,
Anyway.
I think the lore that I heard, and Gabe will be able to correct me because he knows, is that it was actually kind of built like an astrological talisman. So that's part of the reason I'm excited about it. And it was like this hub for stuff. It's just, I want to be there.
Yeah. I have this fun thing that happens, and Krista can attest to this. Whenever we travel, wherever I go, I always find things, I guess is the best way I'm going to describe it, like when we did our astrological walk through Florence. It was like, hey, Krista, I found this thing. We're going to take you there. And like it's
Santisha. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just, it's one of those things that I'm like, okay, whatever my beautiful deities / guides that like work and give me that boon, or like the hotels that are like way too cheap but really, really nice, or whatever. I just have this weird thing with it. So we always end up on like really epic side quests.
Yeah.
And that's a fun adventure. So wherever we go, it's always like, oh, we didn't know this before, but we're going to go see this thing, I guess.
Yeah, we always have an epic side quest. It's always unplanned, and usually our guide provides it, except in Italy, because we had fired our guide that day, and it was my birthday. And so we were just doing it ourselves at that point. Also, Gabe updated me that another thing about Haran was it was called the City of Astrologers during Alexander's time. How freaking cool is that?
Love it.
Yeah, Christina says I'm here for a side quest. They always happen. We've come to just expect them. Yeah.
Yeah, they always happen. They're always fun. We do fun
They're always
stuff.
the highlight of the trip. Yeah. Like get tattoos.
That was the side quest. For our part, we also went out to the bars in Pi. Krista did not go to the bars.
I was nearby.
You were nearby
I shouted
the bars.
out you guys a couple times. Yeah.
And we walked into the bars and they were like, they had like balloons listed everywhere. And I was like, what's balloons? And he just made one up. And I was like, oh, it's a whippet. Okay. I guess I'll do that. Which was fun. That was a fun side quest. We went to a bunch. It was great. Yeah. What was our other side quest? We've done a lot of side quests in Egypt.
We've done. Yeah.
Sometimes on accident.
Sometimes on accident.
That's fun.
We've had a lot of good Sekhmet side quests in Egypt.
Yeah. Iceland, we got to see the thatched roof houses that nobody goes to.
Yeah, nobody goes to, but elves live there. It was really cool. Our
Oh my
guide took
gosh.
us there because elves lived there. It was really
Yeah, he took us there because elves live there, and he's like, "This is where they are," and he told us
Mm-hmm.
his stories about why he believes. By the way, I was served this TikTok about from this other group traveling in
Yeah.
Iceland, and it was so cute. It was so cute because it's that sound like the ally sound, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know,
When you're like a queer group and you have that one ally.
yeah,
Yeah.
but the sound is you know, say hi Valentina, and it's like that one, and
Hello.
yeah, and so the whole group is queer, and then they duck down, and our guide from Iceland, his name is Giuseppe or Pepe, and he pops up like ah, and I was like, oh my god, I love him.
Pepe.
You win.
Yeah.
He was
Oh,
great.
the token straight. Yes, that's it.
He was the token
Yeah.
straight. It was great.
Yeah.
Also, I think pretty much in our group too. You know, we have a lot of.
Yeah.
It's a very queer neurodivergent travel group. Not exclusively by any means, but
Usually the she's, theys, and gays.
yeah. Predominantly, yes. Oh, well,
But
wonderful
everybody's
friends.
welcome.
Yeah. Thanks for hanging out with us. This has been great. Happy ink
Yeah.
spill.
Good luck in advance. Sorry for what I said during Mercury retrograde.
Oh, nice. Mine says, don't waste your hate, gather and create.
I love it.
Yeah. Different
Yeah.
vibes.
Cool.
Anyway, Mercury retrograde on Sunday. Whoop whoop.
Yep. We will be
Celebrate.
here
So
with you,
excited.
for you throughout the whole thing. Next opportunities to see us, catch us is I have a live broadcast on Monday on YouTube. Our episode for Alchemist Inkwell will come out on Monday.
On Monday. Unless you're on our
next game-
Patreon, then it comes out
Yeah,
early.
Then it comes out early. And my next gaming stream, which thank you to everybody who showed up to that this week. It was so fun. We're playing Breath of the Wild, but it's like I'm actually educating you on astrology and magic and stuff throughout the game as well. That will be on Twitch on Wednesday. And I'm stoked about that.
I'm working
too.
on getting my Twitch stuff set up. I need to get some like actual equipment because
Yeah,
my equipment is not good for this, but it will get
Yes.
there.
Yep. Yeah. It's fun. I like it.
Yeah. And yeah, we're going to do some playing with magic, which is what I decided to call my Twitch channel.
Yeah.
Playing with
So,
magic. Yeah.
And then
anyway.
we'll be back here next Friday.
Yeah. So, and the podcast is called The Alchemist Inkwell. For those of you who maybe don't know, or if you don't watch it, like, please, we're on YouTube. We're also on Spotify and all the other podcast places. Come hang out with us. It's
Yeah.
fun. We do fun things. We have fun
Yes.
guests. Anyway, are you ready to go make some magic, Krista?
Let's make some magic.
You ready? We'll do it together.
You guys in the
Hit.
chat, feel free to go with us. It's always a hoot. Here we go.
1, 2, 3. Go make
Go
some
make
magic.
some magic. It's
Sorry,
always
everybody.
perfect on my side too.
It's
So,
never on mine.
I know. I have the lucky one.